Did you know that there was a very rare version of this card right here?
Two, in fact, there's actually one that's unlimited and also first edition.
This one's first edition, but it's not holo. There's also a holo version of this thing, which is the number 5. Number 5 is the holo. This is not the holo. Number 22 is the holo, but the very, very rare copy of this card is in fact a number 5 non-holo.
All right, hold on. Let's actually back this up, and let me try to be a little less cryptic. Initially, I set out to find the history and the lore of this card, and I said to myself, there must be some YouTube video that has explained this error and why it exists. And although there was countless videos of Pokemon YouTubers hunting the specific card within the last 5 to 10 years, I could not find any detailed info on why it exists and how it occurred at the factory. And in most cases like this, usually the simplest answer is the correct answer.
We go back a long way. She was 12, I was 30, but anyway, this woman helped me get an awful lot done. Anyway.
So I just figured it was a highly uncommon mislabeling issue. So then I sat there pondering with the same problem that I had when I began, is why did this happen and how did this happen? The Wizards of the Coast company just simply put a non-holo pattern on a holoed numbered card, and it just so happened to be a very, very popular card, which was Dragonite at the time. So let's chop up this word salad. The reason why I'm telling you all of this is because we have one.
Oh my God!
And not only that, it's a perfect 10, and this is one of 16 in the entire world.
You got some big testicles to pull this off, bro.
Crazy, right? How did we get it, you might ask? Here enters Low Popping on Instagram. They're a mid-tier to high-end dealer of some of the rarest Pokemon cards in the game. I've done nearly $50,000 in trade and purchase with them in the last year, and they are complete pros. So scrolling through their inventory, this card actually popped up, and I said that's just not possible that they have one of these. Sure enough, they did. So I reached out to my boy Umar, and he said, you're gonna have to come up with a pretty sweet deal for that card. So instantly, I got to searching. So literally after going through all of my inventory, searching my entire vault, I came to him with the first deal. And unfortunately, he said, you're just gonna have to do better than that. So I went back to the drawing board. I went through all of my cards twice over. I even came to the table with some cash. And once again, he said, no deal. But for the third time, I knew exactly what could set the hook.
$110. Deal or no deal?
Didn't come with much, but that's okay. I'm gonna leave with something. I'm gonna say deal.
Deal.
And that's what I'm here to show you today. So let's check it out. All right, guys, so just being totally forthcoming, I want to tell you that the entire deal came just shy of $7,000 with trade, cash, and also store credit. And that's one cool thing about these guys is that they're super flexible, and they're not paying me any extra to say this, but I said that I would make a video around this because this card that I'm going to show you at the end here, which is this Dragonite, is honestly one of the rarest errors in early edition Wizards of the Coast. And even today, it is so hard to come by. Not only that, but to have it in a PSA 10 is literally insane. So let's go through the cards that I had to give up to be able to acquire this deal, and we'll just go from there. So first on the list, I mean, we might as well just get into it, is gonna be a PSA 10 Brock's Ninetales from Gym Challenge. This just so happened to be one of the cards of the lots that I threw together, and yeah, he liked it, so we threw it in there. All right, next up, boom. A lot of them are going to be PSA 10s, of course, right? Because when you're fighting fire, you have to do it with fire sometimes, and then I guess water at the end, but initially with fire. So this is the Xatu from Sky Ridge. This is the last set that Wizards of the Coast ever printed. So this is a really hard card to get in a PSA 10, low pop card, and yeah, expensive packs just for PSA 10s. All right, speaking of difficult PSA 10s, as you can see on the back, you see the word Spectra on here. And as you know, we just went through a huge return of Topps Chrome. And oh yeah, baby, this is a PSA 10 Bulbasaur Spectra. This is a Pop 24, which is like really low. It's not as low as the Dragonite that I got, but it is definitely super low. So that's also in there. Next up is not one, but two. We got the Zapdos brothers from base set. I'm sure these are just easy movers for him, and yeah, these have come down a lot. There was a time where these were close to $1,000. I think we valued each of these at like 400-ish bucks, something like that, as far as trade is concerned. All right, up next.
Oh my God! Wow!
This is a card that I've had in my collection for years. This is a Neo Revelation Celebi First Edition PSA 10. I mean, you want to talk about hard cards to pull and then get into PSA 10. This is all of the above plus some. I think these are so undervalued too. I think we value this at about $1,000 bucks, but you know, hey, it is what it is. I mean, the caliber of card that we're getting is honestly untouchable. All right, up next, speaking of Rocket First Edition Blastoise. And this thing has a pretty sick swirl. Yep, there we go. Swirl coming right off the ear, double swirl even. And yeah, this is in a PSA 9. Not the craziest grade, but definitely going to be a fast mover for him. All right, coming up to some, yeah, buddy. Oh yeah. Well, if you know the value already, you know this probably can't be a 10 because the math wouldn't check. But it's a PSA 9 Dark Charizard First Edition, very, very new cert, which is super, you know, sought after as far as newer collectors go. They like to see those newer cert numbers. Last but not least, it's the big boy himself, and it's just because it's one of those fast movers. This thing I thought had a chance at the 10, but it just didn't snag it, and that is the base set Charizard.
King in the castle, king in the castle.
Front of this thing was literally, I mean, just absolutely perfect when I sent it in. The back is a little bit off-centered, which is unfortunate, but those things tend to happen. I thought this was close. Just how good the front looked, that there was literally not a print line or scratch, and the only thing holding it back really was maybe a little bit of whiteage up here in the top left, and then just a little bit of the off-centeredness, but hey, what are you going to do? That brings us to the Pokemon of the hour. I've looked over this card. It is pretty flawless. It's as flawless as they come for this level of card. Let me take that schmaltz off the top left. But it is the non-holo error card from Team Rocket in a PSA 10.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I gotta call my brother. I better call my housekeeper. I gotta call my lawyer. Forget my lawyer.
When we're talking about this caliber of card, guys, it is so rare. You're looking at 1 of 16. The first edition, which I think Low Popping also has a copy of, believe it or not, is 1 of 6. This is 1 of 16. This card is disgustingly difficult to get your hands on. And if you can see really at the bottom there, you can see that it's 5 out of 82. So what I was showing you, so this is a first edition copy of a non-holo, okay? It should be a 22 of 82. That's where the error comes in, okay? So same exact card, same printing, just the number error is gonna be the 5 out of 22, or I'm sorry, the 5 out of 82 as opposed to the 22 out of 82. And like I said, there's a first edition error. They made the same error in Unlimited and first edition, which is, again, an error in itself. I don't know what to say. I just feel so freaking blessed to have this card. That's all. I don't know. That's it. That's all I have to say. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. I know that was a little bit different in the beginning than we usually do, and I hope you enjoyed this type of episode. And if you want to check out Low Popping on Instagram, I'll definitely leave their socials and their links down below. Dude is so cool to work with. All you have to do is DM them and give them an opportunity to make a deal with you. Maybe give them a trade opportunity or straight up cash. Whatever it is, you can tell them that I sent you or that I didn't. It has nothing to do with me. There's no promo code to get a better deal or whatever. They just give good deals straight up front. Yeah, so if you want to tell them that we sent you, that's great. If not, it is no skin off my back, nor will I lose or make an extra dime on it. But maybe, hopefully, I can hear a good testimonial from one of you guys that might have been able to get one of those cards that you're really looking for, and you didn't have to pay right up front cash for it, and you were able to make a trade for it, because that's one of the things that these guys do really well. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. If you enjoyed today's episode, hit all the buttons. I cannot do it without you. We are marching our way to 100,000 subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you on the next live or the next episode. Peace out.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's time to hit the button already. Do it now. What do you think, I'm dancing for free here?